Joining us now, Democratic Congressman Ted Lieu, a member of the House Judiciary Committee, who has just written FBI Director Wray asking him whether the Bureau is even investigating. Congressman Lieu, thanks for being with us. What exactly do you want from the FBI here?
Thank you, John, for your question. There are always going to be people who believe in conspiracy theories, but the President of the United States should not be one of them. He is supposed to rely on the facts and the evidence. Instead, Donald Trump has been spewing conspiracy theories that have made the coronavirus pandemic worse. And now he's spewing conspiracy theories that are making the chaos and violence under his watch even worse. And Congressman Hakeem Jeffries and I wrote a letter to the FBI because we want to know, is the president also using official resources to investigate his wild theories? Because if he is, that needs to stop. They have much better things to do than to investigate his baseless theories.
What do you make of the Attorney General saying, oh, I just think the president was speaking in general terms, providing cover for the president?
Attorney General Bill Barr was once again making stuff up because the president was very specific. He talked about a plane loaded with thugs. He talked about them being dressed in black, that they were going to do some big damage in Washington, D.C. All of that was false. That didn't happen. While it's true that people have gone to these various cities, both right-wing and other groups, for example, we know that Kyle Rittenhouse traveled across state lines to go to Kenosha and he murdered 2 protesters. It's also true that people just fly on planes and they dress however they want to. So there's no evidence that any of this fantastical stuff happened that the president is talking about.
Kyle Rittenhouse is charged in the death of 2 people in Kenosha. Have you received any response from the FBI? What have they told you?
We have not yet. We did just send it today, so we'll like to give them a few days to look into it. But the FBI has much better things to do than chase down wild conspiracy theories. They should be, for example, investigating why did the Department of Homeland Security withhold evidence about the Russians spreading lies about Joe Biden's health. That should be investigated. They should also investigate the Postmaster General for sabotaging the post office. There are much better things for the FBI to be doing.
One of the things that Wolf also talked to the Attorney General about was the election and the repeated claim from the Attorney General that he keeps on making that foreign countries will interfere with mail-in voting. Now, Wolf pressed him and said, what evidence? What evidence do you have that foreign countries are trying to meddle in mail-in voting? And the Attorney General said, I don't have evidence. He produced no evidence. He said it's logic that tells us and tells him that it's going to happen. What did you make of that argument?
I'm a former prosecutor. If I walked into court and told a judge or jury that I have no evidence, just logic, I would be laughed out of court. And Attorney General is just now making stuff up. He has no evidence that mail-in voting is more prone to fraud. In fact, it's the opposite. And there are states that have done mail-in balloting for years, including the state of Florida. Donald Trump has said that mail-in balloting in Florida is good to go. Well, if it's good to go in Florida, then it's good in other states. You can't just make these random distinctions simply because Donald Trump likes Florida. So again, Attorney General is just making stuff up without any factual basis.
I will say ballot fraud in general is very, very small, infinitesimal. Mail-in voting fraud happens at a slightly higher rate, but that too is very small. The effort right now, it seems to me, should be on making it safe and reliable, given that we're in a pandemic, not complaining and spreading conspiracy theories about it. Congressman Lieu, I do appreciate your time. Thanks very much.
Thank you, John.